50 days ago, we found a small village stranded in the middle of a frozen wasteland. Completely exposed, completely defenseless. We built walls, we armed the villagers, and somehow we survived horde after horde. But the zombies never stopped coming, and now they're evolving. They're getting stronger, smarter, and more organized with every single night that passes. And the most terrifying part, they're starting to remember how to build. They're finding ways through our walls, ways into our fortress, ways to reach us. So for the next 50 days, we're going to turn this village into an impenetrable fortress, stronger walls, deadly traps, and an underground bunker for when the hordes become too much to handle. Because on day 100, the biggest horde we've ever seen will attack. And if we're not ready, it's over. Let's survive 50 more days. On day 51, after surviving the massive day 50 horde, we were still pretty beat up. We gave one of the villagers our fallen companion's gear to replace him in battle, the one we unfortunately had to take down ourselves. I didn't have a choice. But it still didn't sit right with me, so I built him a grave where he could rest in peace. Look how it turned out. Hope he's somewhere better now. After that, we slept and woke up on day 52 feeling completely restored, wounds healed, ready to go, because we've got work to do. We need to upgrade this village as much as possible before the next attack. So I started by chopping some wood, partly to trade for emeralds, and partly to start improving the houses in the village. The villagers are going to need more solid shelters for what's coming. We have no idea how strong the zombies are going to get, and we need to be ready before we find out. And honestly, the houses look pretty basic and boring right now. So I started adding some wooden details to them. Look how they're turning out. We're definitely going to upgrade the interiors too. Our villagers cannot be living on dirt floors. Just look at those views though. Moving into day 53, I decided to apply the same style to our own home. It's looking pretty bare too. Spruce wood and snow is honestly one of the best combinations in this world. While admiring it, I realized stripping the bark off the logs would take it to another level, and yeah, it really did. So we applied the same thing to our house too. For the rest of day 53, we kept improving the village houses. The more I worked on them, the more I could see the potential this place had. By day 54, we'd upgraded most of the village. Here's what it actually feels like to walk through the streets now. Genuinely cozy. The villagers summoned a golem, but it was suffocating somehow, so we freed it. On day 55, we decided it was time to build a farm. We've got too many seeds and vegetables sitting in our inventory to not use them, and making this village self-sustaining is the goal. So I grabbed one of the dozens of diamond hoes we'd stacked up from trading, and got to work preparing the soil at one end of the village for our farming area. Once the ground was ready, we planted every seed and food variety we had. Then we placed slabs over the water channels to stop them from freezing in these brutal winter temperatures. For the rest of day 55, we went out to grab some wood during the night. While packing it into the backpack, I noticed we were sitting on a massive amount of food and seeds we hadn't planted yet, so without overthinking it, on day 56 I went straight to plant them. The farming plot was feeling a little cramped, so I expanded it slightly to give the carrots more room. Farming area done. Now we wait for everything to grow. For the rest of day 56, I decided to build an animal pen, and honestly it was overdue. Our cows deserve better than whatever situation they were in before. So using stone brick fences and spruce fences, we built a clean little pen, secure, comfortable, properly lit. Then we started moving the cows in. Look how happy they are down the road. I'm thinking about bringing in more animals. And since we already had the materials, I built a second pen right next to the first one. Better to have it and not need it. For the rest of day 57, we traded some sticks with the Fletcher for emeralds and bought some food. Then on day 58, we headed out specifically to find sugarcane. We need to plant it for an unlimited sugar source so we can craft gunpowder in bulk. Day 60 is right around the corner and we have no idea how dangerous that horde is going to be. We need to be ready. On the way out, we spotted a structure in the distance. Inside some chests and barrels with some pretty interesting loot. Emeralds, meat, iron, and a diamond. Wait, not one. 2 diamonds. We left looking for sugarcane and came back with diamonds. A little further out, we found the sugarcane we actually came for, enough to plant a solid crop back at the farm. We planted most of it and had a little left over to turn into sugar right then and there. So we crafted some gunpowder, grabbed some copper, and made ourselves a fresh batch of ammo to close out day 58. We traded more sticks with the Fletcher for emeralds, and used them to buy a bookshelf from a librarian, giving us a villager we can use for unlimited lecterns going forward. On day 59, we crafted a new lectern and started hunting for enchantment books to upgrade our tools. Specifically, we're looking for fortune. It makes getting flint way easier, which means getting gunpowder way easier, which means never running out of ammo. After a good while searching, one villager offered us Fortune 1. We took it because we can buy and combine 4 Fortune 1 books to get Fortune 3. We crafted an anvil, and since our house had no space for it, we set it up in the house across the street. Once we have enough emeralds, Fortune 3 is ours. Time flew, and just like that, day 60 arrived. Honestly, not sure we're ready. The horde is right around the corner, and we're sitting at 250 bullets. That's clearly not going to be enough, so I went straight to the farm to check on things. The sugarcane is already starting to grow. We officially have an infinite sugar source now. While we were there, we harvested and replanted everything else too. Then we went to the Fletcher, bought the remaining Fortune 1 books we needed, and realized we were just a few emeralds short of the last one, so we sold some rotten flesh to make up the difference, and we got it. We went straight to the anvil, combined all the books, and there it is. Fortune 3 on our pickaxe. Flint is basically infinite now, which means gunpowder is basically infinite, which means ammo is no longer something we ever need to stress about. So we got right to crafting, but we were still a little short on sugar. Just have to wait a bit longer for the cane to grow. I'm nervous. I genuinely don't know if what we have is going to be enough for tonight. Night is almost here, and we can't sleep, which means they're close. Time to get out there and defend the village. Oh no, this is really bad. They're literally building. The wall is almost useless right now. They can just construct their way over it and walk straight in. Nowhere in the village is safe anymore. We need to get outside the walls and draw them toward us. If we stay in here, the villagers are dead. They build so fast, we can't even use the high ground safely anymore, hoping lava can slow them down. And then the sun started coming up. I think we made it, guys. I think we actually made it. Just look at the mess they leave behind now. The good news? Blocks placed by the zombies will mostly degrade and disappear on their own over time. Barely need to clean anything up manually. But make no mistake, this building mechanic changes everything. Just watch them flying through the sky, constructing dirt bridges mid-air like it's nothing. Walking back into the village to assess the damage. The place is absolutely trashed. The zombies left everything in chaos. But it looks like the golems managed to take out every infected that tried to reach the villagers. The civilians are safe, but we need a serious plan before day 70. After making sure everything was okay, we came across a village house stocked with a ton of food we could plant in our farming plot, so we grabbed it without a second thought. We started day 62 by feeding our cows with some wheat we'd harvested from the crops. Then I noticed the village was an absolute mess with all that dirt left behind from the zombies. So while waiting for it to degrade on its own, we started clearing some of it manually to speed things up to clear it faster. I bought a diamond shovel from our trusty armorer. We even found this glitched block, some kind of bugged snow and grass combo that I don't think is supposed to exist. Drop a comment if you know anything about it. And after a while of digging, we started seeing some of the dirt blocks actually fading and vanishing on their own. Thank God those aren't permanent. That would have been a nightmare. After that, I went out hunting for copper. We were completely out, and I wanted to stock up properly. And with our Fortune 3 pickaxe, getting large amounts was no problem at all. We came back with almost 10 stacks of copper. While we left a batch of that copper smelting for later, we grabbed some wood and fortified a few more village houses. Even with zombies that can stack on each other and build their way in, having more height still helps control them. The rooftops will also give us more ways to move around the village quickly during horde nights. By day 66, with all the logs stripped, here's how the village is looking, genuinely cozy and clean. We collected the copper that finished smelting. We've got a massive amount of it now. More than enough to craft a ridiculous amount of ammo for day 70. After making some gunpowder and some bullets, we ended up with so many rounds they barely fit in the inventory. But we're making even more. We swung by the farm, grabbed some sugarcane for more gunpowder, and harvested and replanted everything while we were there. Back home, we got some flint and cranked out even more ammo. Final count, 780 bullets. That should be more than enough to hold the infected back. And with ammo secured for day 70, we used the rest of the day to start planning the biggest project in this entire video, a massive bunker underneath the village, something that can actually keep the villagers completely safe no matter what comes, and we're not building an ugly bunker. We're using stone bricks, which means we need silk touch to mine stone in bulk without having to smelt everything. So after a long search on day 67, a villager finally offered us the book for 16 emeralds. A bit pricey, but we took it without hesitation. The only issue? We can't put silk touch on our current pickaxe. So we grabbed some wood, traded with the Fletcher, bought a new pickaxe from the toolsmith, and crafted it fresh. And without wasting another second, we went straight to test it out. Came back with a solid amount of stone. With night closing in, we headed home and slept, and waking up, we got straight to work excavating the tunnel that'll lead down to the bunker. This bunker is going to be something special. The tunnel itself is going to be long and spacious on purpose, so we can lead hordes through it during the night and line the whole thing with traps, taking out infected one by one as they chase us toward the bunker. Our inventory kept filling up with stone as we dug, which is perfect, because we're going to need all of it to build the bunker once the tunnel is done. In the meantime, we used some of it to build a proper staircase, so getting in and out of the tunnel is way easier and faster. For the rest of day 69, we traded for some emeralds and bought food. We were running lower than I'd like. On day 70, we spent the morning stocking up on a large amount of wood for the bunker build ahead. Then for the rest of the day, we grabbed all our ammo, got the inventory organized, here's how it looked, and settled in to wait for the horde. Tonight we can actually put up a real fight. We've got more ammo than we've ever had. They're here. Just look at how many there are. There's one riding on top of a chicken. What is that? We need to stay outside the village. I'm not letting them fill the streets with dirt again or get anywhere near the villagers. After spending most of the night fighting, the numbers just kept climbing, so I had to switch tactics. Climbed up some blocks and started pouring lava down on them. That should have done it, but some of them were smart enough to build around the lava and dodge it completely. Thank God we still had bullets left, because taking these things in melee right now would be a disaster. These zombies are too strong and too smart. I genuinely don't want to think about what day 100 is going to look like, and as if the zombies weren't enough, the cold started hitting us too. Thank God for the magma blocks. After that epic night, the sun finally started rising and the zombie numbers dropped. We held them back. Looks like a few managed to slip into the village. Let's hope everything's okay in there. On our way back, an Enderman blindsided us from behind. Scared the life out of me and hit our head hard. Turns out it's pretty strong. Turns out our rifle is stronger. Some zombies had buried themselves underground. Watched them crawl out of there. Walking into the village, everything looks fine. Only 1 or 2 zombies made it in, left a bit of dirt behind, and took out one house. Nothing we can't fix. After spending all of day 71 cleaning and repairing the village, we woke up on day 72, feeling refreshed and ready to get back to building the bunker. The villagers need somewhere safer before the next hordes arrive. So we kept expanding the tunnel. It needs to be long enough that any horde chasing us has a serious distance to cover before reaching the bunker. After a long day of excavating on day 73, the tunnel was already stretching pretty far, so we took a short break from the bunker build and went out to trade with the Fletcher. Having emeralds saved up is never a bad idea. On day 74, we went right back to the bunker and kept digging. After a solid session, by day 75, the tunnel was almost long enough to start actually building the bunker itself, the place where the villagers will be completely safe from whatever comes at night. The tunnel is looking really good, and it is genuinely very long. Heading back up, we ran into a wandering trader, and incredibly, he was selling gunpowder. We bought every single unit he had. Even with our infinite source, more is always better. He also had a sapling for some kind of purple tree I'd never seen before, so I bought it just to plant it and see what it turns into down the road. And I couldn't resist taking the leads he was using for his llamas. Those are gonna come in really handy, sorry little guys. We planted the tree, we'll see how beautiful it grows up to be. After that, we grabbed some more wood to trade with the Fletcher and bought more food. We're burning through it faster than expected. For the rest of day 76, we kept digging. After spending parts of day 76 and 77 excavating, we came up to the surface for a bit, and stepping out, we noticed the tree we'd planted earlier had already grown. Just look at how beautiful it is. Then I noticed our pickaxe was about to break, so I went straight to our trusty toolsmith and bought a new one. Not only can we repair our old one with this new pickaxe, we can also combine their enchantments and make something even better. Look at what we ended up with. We're digging faster than ever now. After spending the rest of day 77 excavating, day 78 arrived, and we officially finished the long tunnel that will eventually fill with traps. Now it was time to start building the actual bunker where the villagers will hide. The plan is a main dome-shaped room that splits off into 3 separate tunnels, each with rooms for the villagers to live in. After a solid excavation session, we hit day 80, and we need to put the bunker on pause. Tonight a horde is coming, and we need to be ready. So we smelted some copper, crafted some ammo, roughly 570 bullets, grabbed sugar cane from the farm, made sugar, mined some flint and crafted more gunpowder, ended up with exactly 29. Grabbed the smelted copper and turned it into even more bullets. Final total, almost 800 bullets. That should be enough. We grabbed an ender pearl we had stored away just in case, no idea if we'll need it, and headed to the wall to wait for the infected. It's an incredibly cold night. The snowstorm is hitting us hard. I'm keeping the magma blocks in my offhand at all times to stay warm. After fighting through the entire night, the zombies just keep coming. I think the blizzard is driving them out. We're in trouble. Lava isn't enough to clear them all, and we're burning through ammo fast. But we've got the ender pearl. Thank God we brought it. It got us out of that dirt pile way faster than anything else would have. This makes no sense. It's day 81 and infected are still showing up. We're out of ammo for all of them. We have to scatter them and take them down in melee. We need to get back to high ground and drop as much lava as possible. These things are smart enough to move in packs. They don't split up. Okay, that looks like all of them. The village held up fine. This horde had us fighting for an entire day, all through night 80 and into the morning of day 81. They're getting more brutal every single time. We grabbed the copper we'd left smelting and stored it away for later. Waking up on day 82, we started the day by taking out a few infected that tried to sneak into the village overnight. Then we got right back to the bunker. I can't wait for the villagers to actually move in. We started laying the walls with stone bricks. Then we climbed higher and carved out the ceiling into that dome shape, giving the main room way more space and presence. After placing the entire ceiling, all that was left was clearing the remaining blocks. Just look at how this is coming together. After nearly 3 days underground, I finally came up for some fresh air, and while I was taking care of a few things inside our house, a zombie carrying TNT somehow got in and launched it right at us. I genuinely thought it was over. I backed into a corner and braced for the worst, but the shield absorbed the blast. Zombie kamikaze. Just look at what it did to our little home. Everything is all over the floor. This is an absolute disaster. So I quickly crafted some chests and started throwing everything inside as fast as possible before anything despawned. Somehow we got it all saved, and by day 86, everything was back to normal, and honestly, our house ended up bigger and more open than before. I think that zombie actually did us a favor. Things could have gone so much worse. We could have died. Once everything was repaired and reorganized, We went out to grab some wood to trade with the Fletcher and pick up some food. On day 87, we headed back to the bunker to keep building. We're almost done. We placed a tree in the center of the main room to make it feel more alive and less empty. Then we started replacing the floor with wooden planks and adding stripped logs to the walls to give the space more depth and warmth. We placed a grass block to create a small green area so it didn't feel so bare. Then we started adding stone fence pillars to the village entrance to make it look cleaner and more defined. After that, we trimmed the tree with shears and used the leaves we got to make some flower pots. The village keeps looking better every day. For the rest of days, 88 and 89, we replaced the floor and ceiling of the entire tunnel with wooden planks, so it doesn't feel like walking through a long gray corridor anymore. And along the way, we swapped out any non-stone blocks in the walls to keep everything clean and consistent. By day 90, we can breathe a little. No horde tonight. We've got a 10-day window to prepare. But day 100 is going to be something else entirely. We need to be absolutely ready. So on day 90, with the tunnel and main room officially complete, I started carving out one of the side tunnels to build the villager rooms. Once the hallway was done, we got started on the first room. Same pattern as the entrance for the door frame. Stone brick walls, wooden floor, stone ceiling. Then we repeated the process on the room across the hall. Two rooms down. Then we built a second hallway with another room branching off it. After finishing the first two rooms, we came back up to get some fresh air. Spending that much time underground is genuinely exhausting. So we grabbed some wood and emeralds, took some bookshelves from the village, and started bringing them down into the bunker. On the way down, I ran into a slime. No idea what it was doing down here, but its slime balls are going to come in very handy soon. We used the bookshelves from the village to build a small library inside the bunker. The villagers need something to keep them entertained while they're down here. Reading will do the trick. Then across from the library, we added another room. And after that, we started on the third hallway. 2 more rooms coming off it. The villagers need plenty of space to actually be comfortable down here. On day 93, with all the rooms built out, we started decorating them, shelves, lanterns, beds, and workstations so the villagers can keep living their normal lives inside the bunker. We basically started moving all their furniture into their new home. And after so many days of work, we started setting up the drop point so the villagers could actually get down here safely. On day 94, we started herding the villagers toward the hole and dropping them in. They land in water we placed at the bottom and slowly make their way in. There goes our trusty Fletcher. Hope they like the bunker. By day 95, the last civilian was in. Now we just needed to get our soldiers down here too, so they can keep protecting the villagers from inside. There goes our soldier. Some villagers still haven't fully settled inside. The villagers even spawned an iron golem deep inside the bunker. There's absolutely no way any zombie is touching our villagers now. The bunker is basically done. Now we need to use the remaining time to prepare for the day 100 horde. We need traps in that long tunnel to take out as many infected as possible before they reach us. I started by digging a pit at the village entrance, so zombies fall straight in when they try to get through. Then I took all the stone we'd mined with Silk Touch and remined it with Fortune to get large amounts of copper for ammo and coal to smelt it. Then I grabbed the slime balls we'd collected to craft sticky pistons and build a small mechanism to open and close the pit on command. We'll build a second one at the original pit we made earlier. Here's how it works. Moving into day 97, we started mining large amounts of flint to craft even more gunpowder. And since we ended up with more than a stack, we got straight into crafting ammo. We're sitting at almost 900 bullets now. We're in a good place. Then I went down to trade a bit with the villagers and started building the second piston mechanism at the village entrance, making it as hard as possible for any zombie to get through. Works really well. After that, I reorganized the chests. Their placement was driving me crazy. Same with the ones at the tunnel entrance. And just like that, day 99 arrived. The horde is right around the corner. We're almost there. 100 days. I crafted even more ammo. We broke 1,000 bullets. I hope the zombies are ready for us. We're as prepared as we're ever going to be. So for the rest of day 99, I took a quiet break inside the bunker we built, just sitting with everything we'd created over the last 100 days. And on day 100, fully prepared and fully loaded, we waited. Just look at how many there are. So many that they don't even need to build. They just stack on top of each other and climb. These zombies are stronger and more resistant than anything we've faced before. Every single one is taking way more bullets to go down. I can't believe it. It's day 101. We did it. Every wall built, every horde survived, every night we thought we wouldn't make it, it all led here. We survived 100 days in this world. If you enjoyed the video, subscribing and leaving a like would genuinely mean a lot. See you in the next one.